Well, now that I'm situated back here in the United States, I want to talk about my experience within the Dominican Republic. As far as my spiritual experience goes, what I will say as a spiritualist, prior to me going to the Dominican Republic, I had a calling to go to the Dominican Republic. And if you're from the island of Quisqueya, Hispaniola, you'll understand what I'm talking about. If you're Haitian and you're spiritual, you may have a calling at times to go back home. There is no rational explanation for what that feeling is. But if you're a Vaudouisan, or if you're a Chrétien or Christian, you know about what I'm talking about. It is a calling that you have to go back home. And this is something that I got going to the Dominican Republic. I am not Dominican, but I guess because I am from that island, we share together. Maybe it's a spiritual calling. I cannot explain it that I had to go to DR. For what purpose and reason, I can't even say at the moment. But what I will say is that the calling, what I got was an atonement, a holiness that was felt. If you are Dominican, 3 weeks ago there was a holy day, and I believe there was a lot of prayer going on in the Dominican Republic. And the prayer was so strong that I could feel my spirit being drawn. And it was a calling of purity. One thing I realized coming back from the DR was that certain things happen for a reason. And again, if you're a spiritual person, when you go to the DR, especially when they're in prayer, you may realize certain things you may forget, certain things you may lose. And I want to say to you that you should not look at that as a bad thing, because those things that you lost prior to going into that country in prayer were things that you were supposed to lose, because those things were not good for you. When you go to the DR, you realize it is a different place. It is a place of a lot of good, a lot of holiness, a lot of unity. Despite things that people may say, those are not things that I saw or experienced. When I went to the Dominican Republic, I got received with open arms. That's what I saw. As far as my overall experience, I would say it was great. Just seeing something that I never saw before prior to my experience in Haiti, seeing the other side of the island. One thing I say to people is that you can never complete your experience of Hispaniola if you've just been to one part. To see the other side of the island opens your eyes, and it teaches you things that you would not necessarily get when you're in Haiti. Seeing DR is almost like it reflects back to Haiti. And when you're in Haiti, it's going to reflect back to DR. It will give you an understanding of why things are the way they are. This can be a good thing for some people, and it can also be a bad thing. Ultimately, the greatest message that you will get is that DR is a praying nation. Recently, I believe a couple of days ago, there was a prayer, a national prayer, which was basically called because there was something that was going to pass. I believe there was an earthquake that was coming, and the whole nation went into prayer. One thing I will say also, again, if you're going into DR, don't bring your garbage. Don't bring your baggage, because wherever you don't recognize it as such, the force that's over that country will make you lose those things. It will make you release those things whether you want to or not. Dominican Republic is heavily guarded, spiritually speaking. Heavenly guarded. If you think you're going to go there with your negativity, there's things that you don't see that will make you understand that is not the place to bring it. So, with that said, I conclude this video.